Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Please hit that like and subscribe button and let's get right into today's video. So for today we will be doing some gel press-ons. I am using my medium almond full cover nail tips from Kyle's Nail Supply. I do not know if they are available on the website right now or not, but these are from my website, and I'm just taking my buffer and buffing off the shine from each of the nails. Once the nails are completely buffed, I am taking this base gel from Beetles and applying a very thin layer of that to all the nails, and then I do like to cure this for 30 seconds. You do not have to apply base coat, you can just go straight in with your color of choice, but I feel like adding a base coat helps the gel polish stick nicely to the nails, so that is why I apply a base coat and then cure it for 30 seconds. So for the base, I will be using these two gel polish colors from Elegance Nail Supply. It's 047 and 048. I love layering these two specific colors to create a nice neutral, like pinky type of nude color. So here I am going in with 047 and applying 2 layers of that to each of the nails, making sure to cure for 30 seconds in between each layer. And then after those 2 layers of 048 are applied, 047, I am going in with 048 and applying just 1 layer of that to each of the nails and curing this for 30 seconds as well. As you can see, I do use these two specific nude bases a lot because I am struggling to get any product out of my bottles, so I do absolutely need to restock on these gel polish colors. But if you guys also have any like suggestions of nude gel polish colors that aren't super sheer, please let me know, because I'm looking for some and I don't want any that are like super sheer where I need a million coats. I just want like 2 coats max. And then here is the inspo picture for today's video. So I will be using this red glittery gel polish that I did get off of Amazon, along with my classic white gel polish from my website. And I am just taking my 18mm liner brush and doing French tips on this nail with the white gel polish. And I don't remember if I'm doing any other French tip. I believe I'm doing it on the pinky as well. I think it's just the thumb and the pinky I'm doing a French tip on. And I do like to do like the A method when doing my French tips. I feel like it just creates a nice like elegant French tip look, I guess. So I do like to start with a line going across the nail, like as high as I want the smile line to be, and then I do like those 2 slanted lines coming from the cuticle area towards the free edge. And then once I have that nicely done, I do like to curve those lines into the line we created across the nail to create a nice smile line, and then I am just infilling the French tip. I hope all that made sense. If not, I hope just watching how I do the French tip makes more sense than me explaining it, but that is just me kind of explaining how I do the French tip on any nail that I ever do. And then once I am done creating the French tip, I do like to cure the gel polish for 30 to 60 seconds. This white gel polish you can cure for 30 seconds and it doesn't wrinkle at all, even though it's super pigmented. But if you want to be safe, you can cure it for 60 seconds in the nail light. And then like I mentioned, I am also doing a French tip on the pinky nail, so I'm doing the same exact process and again curing that for 30 to 60 seconds in the nail light. Now for the index nail, I'm also doing a French tip design. So I'm taking that glittery red gel polish color and creating the French tip using the same exact method that I used on the other two nails, and then I am curing this in the light for 30 to 60 seconds as well. If I can remember, I will try to leave the link down below for this red gel polish color. Like I said, I got it off of Amazon, so it's pretty cheap. I believe it was like $6 or $7 when I got it. It's a full size 15 ml bottle, and it's just perfect for your like Christmassy sets, your Valentine sets, or anything like that where you want a red sparkly gel polish. This one right here is it. So like I said, I will try my hardest to have it linked down below in the description box. If I forget, go ahead and leave a comment down below and I will send you the link in the comment. So for the ring nail, I am just outlining the entire nail using the same red glittery gel polish color. I'm not doing it super thick because I don't want it to be like just a super thick line. I want it to be nice and thin, so I am doing my hardest to make it just exactly like that, outlining it perfectly, and then again curing that in the light as well. And then for the middle nail here, we are doing like a bow design, like that would be like on a present, I guess. So I'm doing a straight line down the center of the nail, making it a little bit thick, not too thick, but not too thin. And then I will be doing a line horizontally across as well. And then once that is done, I am going ahead and curing that for 30 seconds, just because when I do the actual bow, I don't want to mess it up and then have to redo the entire nail. So I am going to be curing this after for only 30 seconds, and then I will work on creating like the little bow tie, I guess. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but like the little bow design. So how I like to create my bows is I'm kind of doing like the bunny ears, I guess you would describe it, like the little loops. And they don't have to be perfect. To me, they don't have to be perfect because it wasn't perfect for me in this design. But I'm doing like the little loops on top, and then after that I will be doing two kind of like squiggly lines, I guess you'd call it, going down, just creating that nice bow look. And then after I have it as nice as I want it, again I am curing that for 30 to 60 seconds in the nail light. So back to the index nail, we are going to be creating kind of like the peppermint type of look. So I'm creating some thicker lines, some thin lines going on top of the French tip. You will see that I kind of mess up and get it on the nude part, but I just take a liner brush and clean that up, and it creates a nice, beautiful, like peppermint type of candy look, I guess. I don't know if that's how you would describe this design, like a candy cane, I guess. So that is what I'm doing here, and then again curing that for 30 seconds in the nail light. And then here on the ring nail, we are creating some snowflakes. So I'm just taking my dotting tool and creating like the trendy type of the dotted snowflake design. It's very simple to do, super beginner friendly. So if you struggle with doing snowflakes, I highly recommend trying this design out because it really does create such a beautiful snowflake design. And like I said, it's just super beginner friendly, and I feel like it just completes any type of winter or Christmas set. So as you can see, I created like a little grid of the dots, and then I'm just taking my liner brush and connecting everything, and you can just see the snowflake come together, and it's super cute. One thing I did forget to add to this nail though, like on the inspo picture, it did have like little dots around the snowflakes. I'm sure that's like to represent snow, and I kind of forgot to do that, so I just left the snowflakes as is. And then here I'm just taking my classic diamond gel top coat and applying that to the two white French tip nails, and the reason being is because we are doing some sweater design on that, so you want to make sure to top coat before you do that, otherwise the texture will not stay textured and you'd have to top coat on top of that, if that makes sense. So like I said, if you're doing any type of sweater design and you want the texture to be there, make sure to top coat before you go in with the design, otherwise you will have to top coat on top and it just will not be textured. So I am starting off on the French tip area doing like the knitted design that I did in my previous video, and then after that I'm creating 2 lines going down the sides of that, and then I will be taking my dotting tool and creating dots on the side of those lines to finish off the nail design. And then before curing, you want to make sure your gel polish is still completely wet. You want to take some acrylic powder and apply that on top of the nail. And for this instance, since I am using white gel polish, I am taking some white acrylic powder. This is also from my website. I do not think it's in stock right now, but I will be restocking the white acrylic powder soon. But again, I'm just taking that white acrylic powder and applying it on top of the wet gel polish, making sure it seeps nicely in there. So you want to do it, pour it a couple times on top of the gel polish, making sure it's nice and matted. And then once everything is nice and completely seeped in, go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then again, I'm doing the same exact thing on the pinky nail. And then this is what the sweater design is looking like once everything is completely dried. It looks super beautiful, and I just love doing sweater designs around the fall and winter time. And then to finish off the nail set, I'm just taking my rhinestones here and I am applying a very small, well, not super small, but I'm applying a rhinestone right here in the center of the bow. And then I'm just taking my elegance hand light and flash curing that in place before I work on the other ones. You don't have to cure it completely for like the full 30 seconds. I just do a quick little flash cure, and then I will be moving on to applying a rhinestone at the center of the cuticle area. It's just one rhinestone I'm applying, so that is what I'm doing here, taking my rhinestone glue, applying the rhinestone and flash curing that as well, doing the same exact thing to the thumbnail. And then once I'm done applying the rhinestone to the thumbnail, I do put it in the light for a full 30 seconds to make sure everything is nice and cured and everything stays in place. Now this is what the nail set is looking like once all the nail art and all the design is completely finished. So to finish up the nail set, I am taking my classic diamond gel top coat and applying it on the other 3 nails that we didn't apply it on earlier. So the index nail, the middle nail, and the ring nail. And then once I'm done applying the top coat to those nails, I am curing in the light for a full 60 seconds. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.